Hello, everyone. This is another Black Conservative. I am Ryan Bowling. Thank you all for joining me. So I'm going to try to say this the best I can because I get tongue-tied. Rapper Waka Flocka Flame has announced that he's endorsing Donald Trump for 2024. Now, all you guys that listen to Waka Flocka Flame, you know that he black. You know what I'm saying? He a brother, you know. Yeah, if you want to put it that way, he's black, you know. And he's endorsing Donald Trump. Now, in today's woke society, that is clearly a no-no for black people. But I'm going to read you this article, and we're going to find out exactly why Waka Flocka Flame endorsed Trump for 2024. We're going to find out because I have my opinions on why he's doing that. And I hate, like I oftentimes say, you know, sometimes I'm kind of cynical about these kind of things because we still have time left on the calendar before the 2024 election begins, or, you know, but maybe the time's my turn. Let's get into this article, and hopefully that will be the case. But this is good news. The rapper Waka Flocka Flame has endorsed former President Donald Trump's bid to retake the White House in 2024, posting his endorsement to X on Monday. Waka Flocka Flame let his more than 1 million X followers know in no uncertain terms that he has boarded the Trump train. The endorsement from Waka Flocka Flame came as the Biden administration continues to alienate large numbers of black voters, according to this is what this article is saying here, especially in poor urban areas, by allowing illegal aliens to flood the country and come to their neighborhoods where they receive taxpayer-funded benefits that are denied to U.S. citizens. This is, oh my God. I'm trying to stay contained here. This makes me so angry. It makes me so angry the way these politicians are taking advantage of the emotions of so many black people. It just makes me angry. I just pray that Waka Flocka, I pray that this rapper's decision to do this will be a bright and shining light to the rest of the black people all over this country in progressive, Democratic-run cities. I hope so. But let's go on, because this is crazy. This is crazy. As Breitbart News reported, a recent poll found that most Chicagoans want an end to the sanctuary city policies that force taxpayers to shoulder the burden of housing, feeding, and providing medical care to illegal aliens who come to the city. Now, explain to me the rationale of that. Explain to me why that's okay. Explain to me why you would take these people in Chicago's tax their money and give this money to these people that are illegal aliens. Explain it to me, but you won't give it to them. Explain it to me. Explain the rationale. I dare somebody to explain that to me. I dare them to explain it to me. I dare them to say, oh, it's okay. It's right to do. Let's go on. The city's liberal white vote. Now, here's the part that got me. The city's liberal white voters favored keeping the sanctuary city policies in place, with 49% agreeing that the policies are worth keeping. By comparison, just 31% of black voters and 38% of Hispanic voters want to keep them in place. First things first, let's deal with this 49% of white liberal voters. You know, I find it interesting to me. I don't want to sound like I'm being mean-spirited, but everything that liberals say they're trying to do to help black people, it always comes back to bite us in the butt. It always comes back to bite black folk in the butt. Every time these liberals claim that they're trying to help and fight for the rights and dignity of black people, I don't need you fighting for me, because every time you fight for me, you always end up kicking me. I don't need you fighting for me. Only two people gonna fight for me, God and me. I don't need you. I don't need you. I don't need your sympathy. I don't need you all, you poor black man. I ain't gonna give you all my commentary right now. I'm gonna finish this article, then I'm gonna give you my commentary. But anyway, here's the part that kills me too. Why in the world is any of these black voters in any of this percentage rate? By comparison, just 31%, yes, of black voters and 38% of Hispanic voters want to keep them in place. Okay, yes, it's lower percentage, but still, it shouldn't be any percentage. Why would you support this at all? Why would you support it at all? Let's go on. Unbelievable. Recent mainstream news media reports have expressed fear that black voters will not show up for President Biden in 2024. We'll see. The latest sign of growing minority disillusionment with the current administration and its numerous failures, including runaway inflation that is crushing households. Yeah, that's the end of that article there. Yeah, going back to what I said. I'm going to go back to what I said. I don't need, and that might sound like I'm ranting, but I'm not actually ranting. But I don't need, me, Ryan, do not need anybody's sympathy. And I'm going to argue that a significant amount of black people out there that really want to make something with their lives do not need white liberals' sympathy. They don't. Let me tell you something. I'm going to paraphrase his words. This is something that Malcolm X said, and I'm paraphrasing his words. This is way back, I believe, in like the 60s. And Malcolm X was more pro-black than any of these so-called black people today. These wokey woke black folks. They don't know what they're talking about. He said, white liberals, and I'm paraphrasing his words, will smile in your face and shake your hand, and all the while, they're backstabbers. Like the song, backstabbers, they smiling in your face all the time and want to take your place, the backstab. That's what they are. Liberals are backslide. They'll shake your hand. Liberal politicians will shake your hand, smile in your face, smile at a black man, black woman's face, and then all that time, right behind their back, they stabbing them. They're putting them in a ghetto. They're putting them in a modern slave plantation. That's what they're basically putting them in. And going back to what I just said, I don't need, and I'm pretty sure most black people out here who want to do something with themselves do not need white liberal politicians' sympathy for anything. A lot of them have been conditioned to believe that nonsense, but the truth of the matter is they have what it takes to make it. Every human being on the face of this earth that live in America have what it takes to make it. And part of the reason for that is because of all of the freedoms that we have, all of the opportunities that we have. Liberals don't want to tell you that because they want to keep power. Now, somebody might argue, well, so do the conservatives, but the conservative way is the best way. And I'm bold. I'm going to say that the conservative way is the best way for all black Americans and for every American. The conservative way. Not this new liberal nonsense where there is no moral restraints. That is not the best way. That way has destroyed our country and is destroying it now. It's nothing more than a soft form of communism that is designed to destroy this country. And we don't need it. And Waka Flocka, I'm never listening to his music. And I don't want anybody to say, you ain't never listened to his music. You don't got anything to say about it. Man, come on, use common sense. I'm not critiquing or commenting on his music. I'm commenting on his desire to endorse Donald Trump. Hooray for him. Because as much as some people might not like Donald Trump, maybe he's not the best public speaker. Maybe he tends to bully people a little bit too much. Which really, to be honest with you, if you leave him alone, he'll leave you alone. You treat him with respect, he'll treat you with respect. But if you start messing with him and talking stupid, he's going to bully you. He's going to make fun of you. But anyway. Okay, he might not be the most likable person, but he's the most sensible person for the country. And from what I understand, that's why his polls are still high. And so good for Waka Flocka, man. Go ahead. I don't have, like I said, I don't have to listen to his music. I never heard any of the man's music. If I did hear his music, it must have been in passing while I was on my job. Somebody was in their car, they rolled by and they were playing Waka Flocka Flames music. I could have cared less. Maybe wouldn't have recognized it from anything else. As far as I'm concerned, modern day hip hop / rap stinks. I don't like it. So I don't want to listen to it. Don't ask me to listen to it. I don't care. Okay. For any of this modern nonsense, it stinks. It's nasty. It makes my stomach hurt. Okay. But for what he's doing, it makes perfectly good sense. And according to what the article was talking about, well, you know, a lot of blacks are being disillusioned, particularly Chicagoans, because of Brandon Johnson, Mayor Johnson is allowing all these illegals to come into this city and using taxpayer money to pay for these. I mean, it's just crazy. To pay for all the amenities and stuff. It's crazy. It is absolutely. But you will not give that to the people that need it. I'm going to go back to what I said in the introduction to this video. Explain to me the rationale of that. Explain to me how that makes sense. It doesn't make sense if it doesn't make sense. Put it to you like this. It doesn't make sense on a purely logical level. But I'll say this. It does make sense if your intention as a progressive Democrat or a communist posing as a progressive Democrat is trying their best to destroy the cohesiveness of these cities and these states and this country. Then it makes sense. Then it makes sense. Because I said this before, and I'll say it again. Progressive Democrats are nothing more than a nonviolent form of communism. Even if Johnson doesn't know he's representing a communist ideology, a communist worldview that's nonviolent, that's what he's doing. He's endorsing the communists. He's nothing more than a high-level, useful idiot, if in fact he's not aware of it. But I have to argue that situation. I believe that Mr. Johnson is aware of what he's doing. He's aware that what he's doing, his policies are just stupid. They make no sense. He can get up there and spit all that rhetoric all day in them town hall meetings with all the people around. But I think deep in his mind, he's like, it sounds cool. My rhetoric sounds cool, but it just goes against logic. But I got to do what my masters tell me to do. I got to do what the puppet masters tell me to do. And that's what he's doing. He's doing what the puppet masters who control him. He's doing what his puppet masters are controlling him to do. I'm going a little too fast here. I know what I want to say, but I'm going a little too fast. I'm trying to let me slow myself down here. He's doing exactly what they're telling him to do. But he knows in his heart, perhaps, that this isn't right. I'm letting down the very people that put me in office. So it must hurt him to his heart to get up in these meetings where all of these black people are fussing and cussing and screaming and hollering and threatening and saying things like send them back to where they came from. It must grip him to his heart to know that he has to go along with the program, even though he sees that the very people that he put him in office with their votes, he has turned his back on them. And this is how just about every progressive Democrat acts in this country, whether they be black or whether they be white, because you got some black progressive Democrats and you have some white progressive Democrats, and you have some Hispanic progressive Democrats, and there's about all colors and forms. They all think the same, and they are the destruction of this country. And on their coattail, you have what is called the feckless Republicans. I don't want to say anything about it because I don't want to be deemed a racist. I don't want to be deemed a racist. Let me not say anything. I want to keep my position. I want to keep my campaign donation money. I don't want to. You have no integrity. You don't need to be in office. Get the HELL out. We don't need you as black people. We don't need you as white people. We don't need you as Americans. Get out. We don't need you feckless, no good, low down scumbag Republicans. I said it and I'm not taking it back. But thank God for Waka Flocka. You keep it up, young blood. Keep it up. I hope in ending this video, he stay the course. That he don't divert from this. That people don't pressure him. That his millions plus subscribers and members don't say, oh man, you tripping. Man, you tripping. You vote for him for. Well, if you don't vote for, who are you going to vote for then? Mr. Black Man, Mr. Black Woman, who you going to vote for? Who you going to support? Who you going to endorse? If it isn't Trump, who you going to Biden? You crazy as a box of rocks. I'm just going to tell you like it is. You crazy as a box of rocks. With all shapes, forms, and sizes. That's all I'm going to tell you. But look, man, look, this is good. I hope and pray that this will continue forward and onward until it comes to the 2024 election, that he doesn't take down, and that the black people in this country and all people in this country, you know, in general, but blacks in particular, because they're the ones that seem to get hurt the most, will see the light and will vote the right way, will vote what is best for the black community. And it is what it is. Those are my words on it. What do you guys think about Waka Flocka's Flames endorsement of Trump? Do you agree with it or you don't agree with it? I totally agree with it. I think he's going the best course. I hope he stands that course. But what do you guys think? Leave your comments in the comment section below. Like, share, and subscribe to my channel. God bless you all. See you again.